Yeah. All right, we're going to call the meeting to order, Water Management Committee meeting, and I think it might be a fast one. Do we have any committee or public comments? All right, no public comments. Groundwater Authority, I don't think that there's actually been a meeting. No. There are meetings. Not, our board meeting was after the last meeting, I thought. You know, the biggest thing that's going on with them is all this stuff going on about the AB 779 and the adjudication and all that kind of good stuff that's happening. So I can't say a lot for what's going on with the Groundwater Authority, with Chuck being gone again. And I'll remind everybody, we arranged this meeting for Chuck at this time. He's 0 for 2, right? So I don't have a lot to say. I know you guys have been doing some behind the scenes type investigating and work and getting some information for us as it applies to the pipeline and acquiring water. Have they come onto our property yet to do the, what do they want to do, a review or?
Yeah, they've done some sampling of they've taken some water samples.
Okay.
They have not done any core samples for the soils.
So just taking water samples,
Yeah.
okay. But they know they can come on anytime, I mean, as long as they let you know they're going to be there
Yeah,
to do the
they can
coring.
arrange it with us and we'll meet them out there.
Okay, cool. All right. Anybody else to add on that? I don't think so. I don't know I haven't seen the agenda for next week or week after meeting, and I probably won't in time. Future LAWP aqueduct water release. I take it there are none. So do we want to change this to, rather than future releases? You know, I want to keep this on board so we continue to work with them to find out how we handle for June. I guess we just leave it like it is, you know, and I don't know whether George has made any progress with talking with anybody about a plan to make that water worthwhile. My feeling is it's spilling out there, but it's hitting that clay layer, so it never really gets anywhere. So obviously, Chuck has said, I think Jason said, if we can get past there and drain it below there, it might make an effect. And then we could charge it as recharge. So I don't want to take that off. We're going to keep working on that. Hopefully George can have all the same contacts Don did. Recycled water. I don't know where they are. I think they're waiting to do their last report. I don't know if the last report has been given to the state yet or not. Once it is, they'll get their final reimbursement. Then I understand their next step is if they want to do a pilot plant of some kind. And I don't know what their plans are. In my opinion, they should, if they can get the money from the state to do it, is do a pilot, put all the information together, and then go to the base and say, look what we got here. Here's something you can implement, type of thing. Brackish water study. That sort of falls, I'm sorry, I was talking about recycled water. I just talked about brackish water now. Recycle. Anything on that? If we had talked to the city anymore, or does George not being here, do you know if there's any movement on
I
that?
know he's talked to Ron, but I'm not sure what the results of the conversations were. He has stated that it's been positive, but there's no real anything to report on it.
Do we want to progress and maybe have Krieger and Stewart start refining what they did last? Remember when they did an original estimate for us probably 4 or 5 years ago? And do we want them to maybe refine that is the question? Or I don't know, we want to.
They've been working on something, I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's been a closed session item or not, but.
We've been talking about this so openly, and plus we've talked about the estimated cost from the water district from 5-6 years ago.
I thought they were working with Stetson on some of the recycled water stuff.
They were, and I don't know how far they backed out. If I remember correctly, I think our estimate for the project was $48 million, somewhere in there. And the operating cost was about, I want to say, $6 million a year. It was a lot less than they figured. And I just wonder whether but Stewart's been asked to refine their numbers. I'll ask that question maybe at the board meeting. Because if it's in the same area, $5,000 or $6,000 an acre foot, is it something we want to pursue? Or just let the city worry about it? Because they have to do something with it. I think they have to put it to beneficial use, whatever that means. I'm not sure. It's one of those terms from the state. Okay, brackish water, we already talked about that, the program that's going on. Alternate water sources. You know, without George being here and having some information, we're dead in the water. And Chuck, it's always nice to visit you guys and see how your Thanksgiving went and you know, if your football teams won or lost and things like that. That's all I really have. My head's been in the sand over this thing I'm working on now the last 3 weeks too. But that's really it, unless you guys have something you want to do. Say, nope, then we'll close the meeting at 3:05. I think that sets a record for meetings, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely for this one.